Want to buy plus speed Shatter the Sky. He's got over 137 land. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. Today we have a very special deck for you guys. We're talking Bant Control, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. Bant Midrange, maybe? This deck was made customly by Danny T-Law and Crokeyz. They've been pushing it up in the Mythic rank quite successfully. Crokeyz hit number 2 with it yesterday, so that's incredible. Be sure to follow both Crokeyz and Danny T-Law on their respective Twitch channels. You can also reach Danny in my personal Discord, link in the description below. So with that being said, we're going to take a look at the deck list, talk a little bit about the strategy, and then get into some gameplay footage. All right, guys, thanks again. Let's get into it. This deck is actually really complex, so it's going to take a while to explain it, and I'm probably going to do a trash job at explaining it. So again, check out Crokeyz and Danny T on Twitch if you want to use or view this deck being played at its highest levels. So we have 1 Arboreal Grazer, 4 Growth Spirals, 2 Hydroid Krasises, 4 Knight of Autumn, 3 Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath, 2 Mystical Disputes, 2 Narset Parter of Veils, 4 Teferi Time Ravelers, 2 Shatter the Sky, 1 Tameo Collector of Tales, 3 Elspeth Conquers Death, 3 Nissa Who Shakes the World, Dream Trawler, 2 Islands, 2 Forests, 4 Hallowed Fountains, 4 Temple of Enlightenment, 4 Temple Gardens, 4 Temples of Plenty, 4 Breeding Pools, and 4 Temples of Mystery. We do have a sideboard as well. We're playing best of 3 today. It consists of 3 Glass Caskets, 3 Aether Gusts, 4 Dovin Vetoes, 2 Mystical Disputes, 1 additional Tameo Collector of Tales, 1 Commence the Endgame, and 1 Helioid's Intervention, which is also really, really cool. So let's talk a little bit about what each card does here. Arboreal Grazer, this is a ramp card. When it enters the battlefield, you may play an additional land from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Growth Spiral, you get to draw a card and play an additional land to the battlefield, so more ramp, which is really, really cool. Plus you get to draw, and it's instant speed, so you can do this on your opponent's end step. Hydroid Krasis, we all know and love this card. Whenever you cast this spell, you gain half of X life and half of X cards. Round down each time. It has flying and trample and enters the battlefield with X 1/1 counters on it, which is really cool. Knight of Autumn, this card breaks the meta right now. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1, put 2 counters on it, destroy target artifact or enchantment, you gain 4 life. You can destroy artifact, enchantment creatures, artifact creatures or enchantment creatures with this, you guys. So that's really cool. Removal. Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. This is going to allow us to ramp, putting an additional land in play as well, and drawing a card. So it's basically like a Growth Spiral that gains you 3 life. Plus it's a 6/6, which is really cool. We can escape it for 4 by exiling 5 other cards from our graveyard. Mystical Dispute. This is just a little bit of counter magic. It costs 2 less to cast if it counters a blue spell, and it counters spell unless its controller pays 3. Narset. Your opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn, which is pretty cool. And then -2. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Take an instant or sorcery from among them, put it into your hand, the rest on the bottom in random order. Teferi, each opponent can cast spells only anytime they could cast a sorcery, so no instances, nothing off of their main phase, right? +1, until your next turn you may cast sorcery spells as though they have flash, which is really cool. And -3, return up to 1 target artifact, creature, or enchantment to its owner's hand, you draw a land. Moving on to our 4 drops, we have only 2 copies of Shatter the Sky. Each player who controls a creature with power 4 or greater draws a card, then destroy all creatures. Love it. Tameo Collector of Tales, spells and abilities your opponents control can't cause you to discard or sacrifice permanents. +1, choose a non-land card name, reveal the top 4 cards of your library, put all cards with the chosen name from among them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. -3, return target card from your graveyard to your hand. And then Elspeth Conquers Death for 5. Turn 1, exile target permanent an opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or greater. Turn 2, non-creature spells your opponent casts cost 2 more to cast until your next turn. 3, return target creature, planeswalker card from your graveyard to your battlefield, put a 1/1 counter or a loyalty token on it, which is dope. We have Nissa Who Shakes the World. This is a planeswalker with 5 loyalty. Whenever you tap a forest for mana, add an additional forest. +1, put 3 1/1 counters up to 1 target non-creature land you control. Untap it, it becomes a 0/0 elemental creature with vigilance and haste. That's still a land. And -8, you get an emblem with all lands you control have indestructible. Search your library for any number of forest cards, put them into the battlefield tapped, and shuffle your library. And I guess actually last and definitely not least is Dream Trawler. Flying lifelink. Whenever you draw a card, it gets +1 until end of turn. Whenever it attacks, you draw a card, and you can discard a card to give him hexproof until end of turn, and then you tap it, which is really, really cool. Glass Casket. This is nice exile on those itty bitty creatures. Aether Gust is really good against any red or green deck. Dovin's Veto, again, just shuts down planeswalkers and any other counter magic. Mystical Dispute, more ways to shut down that Azor's control deck, right? Mail Collector of Tales, a great way to grab Shatter the Sky out of your graveyard if you're facing an aggro match or something like that. Commence the endgame, again, if you're going into a counter match. And Heliod's Intervention, which is also great if they're rocking tons of artifacts and enchantments. So that's the deck list. Let's talk now a little bit about the strategy. So the deck strategy here is actually pretty complicated. We talked a little bit about what each of the cards do, but now as far as the interactions and what you want to do to pace the game, really depends on what style of match you're playing. So again, watch Crokeyz, watch Danny T-Law. You're going to learn a lot from these guys. But as far as I can help, it starts out with ramp. You get the Grazer out, you get the Growth Spiral out, you get Earl out. You ramp as hard as you can. You need to identify what deck your opponent is playing and distinguish which threats you are most likely not able to handle, and then try to proactively handle them, right? So again, we do have things if it's an enchantment deck like Knight of Autumn that can mess it up. If it's an aggro deck, things like Shattered Sky. It's counter magic. We've got our Mystical Dispute, Narset, and Teferi. We also have Elspeth Conquers Death, which can take care of a lot of those things. And then also because of Teferi's -3 ability, we're able to bounce our Elspeth Conquers Death, which is really nice. We're able to bounce our Knight of Autumn, which is really nice. We could even bounce our Dream Trawler to get out of the way of a Shattered Sky. Elspeth Conquers Death obviously will bring back our Planeswalkers or our Dream Trawler. Ideally, we could do a Knight of Autumn if we really wanted, or an Earl, but most likely it's our Planeswalkers or our Dream Trawler. Hydroid Krasis gets you that big draw, can't be countered, which is really nice. It seems simple, but when you get into the interactions, it becomes super, super complex, you guys. So really, you're just going to have to feel it out. Like, identify what deck your opponent is playing, and then try to proactively shut it down as quickly as you can. And don't wait till the threat hits the field to be like, oh, wow, I need to deal with an Annex. As soon as he drops that red, you're like, wow, I need to deal with that Annex right now, right? And then you're looking for Elspeth Conquers Death, obviously, so you can get the Exile so it doesn't trigger the tokens. Or if you can't get there in time, just hit it with a Knight of Autumn and then get the next one with Elspeth Conquers Death. Clean up in between with a Shattered Sky if you need. So the biggest part about these more complicated decks is knowing the meta, knowing the lines of plays, and knowing what deck your opponent's playing so you can put all those pieces of the puzzle together before he can. And yeah, comes down to a little bit of that and then the luck of the draw, obviously. So with that all being said, thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you found this semi-valuable. Again, jump in the Discord if you want to talk to Danny directly. You can also check out Crokeyz and Danny on their respective Twitch channels. You can also check me out on my Twitch channel every morning, 6 a.m. PST. Link is in the description, along with many other cool links. Be sure to join our monthly Brawl tournament. That's happening this weekend. You might have missed it by the time this comes out. I'm not sure. But put your name in the hat for the next one. Link is also in the description, as always. So many links. Linkomania. Again, thanks for watching, you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you who's decided to spend your time with me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Enjoy the footage and take care. All right, you guys. I'm just going to start off by saying thank you so much, Crokeyz, for another banging deck. I don't know what we'd all do without you. Us poor net deckers without our Crokeyz. Our opponent analyzing his hand. We have a Grazer, which is actually pretty cool. It's our one of here. So we're going to Grazer into our Temple. You know, I'm going to keep it. I can't say anything bad against Dream Trawler. I can't do it. It's just too good. Well, there's one thing that's for sure. We might be here a while today, you guys. Right? Our opponent analyzing every move. Play slow. We're going to try to push into our Dream Trawler next turn. Passing, using our Spiral to put our Breeding Pool out. Paradise Druid's fine. He can't attack, we may as well just do it now. We do pull it to Fairy. Enters tapped. Let's get that land. No. Let's play Arch Fairy.
Trust me, you'll thank me later.
Let's just take the draw.
Might be a bad idea.
No attacks here. Straight chillin'. So we're ramping past him. If he plays anything nice, we can Elspeth it. If not, we're still hunting for that land for our Dream Trawler. Incubation Druid, interesting. I'm going to remove his field ramp here, I think. We don't want him to hit Nissa, ever.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
But then again, he's not threatening us with anything. So let's leave it. Worst case scenario, he plays his land, and we're able to Elspeth Conquers Death it. Two Nissas, that's fine. We're going to kill the heat in our room here. 1 second. Oh, and he does play Nissa like suspected. Losing our Grazer here, that's fine. Interesting. I wonder if he attacks with his Paradise Druid as well. He should. Huh. We can take our Teferi back with Elspeth.
Meditate and prepare.
Let's just wipe the field. There's so much value to take here. Two cards in his hand with a Nissa. It is good, but we've got our own Nissa plus a Dream Trawler plus an Elspeth, so I'm not so worried. And it does drop a land. Back down to 2.
My elemental friend.
I guess trying to avoid a Krasis here. Don't you dare. He does, yeah. Sucks. Regardless, we're gonna Elspeth his... Oh, a Gadwick. Take his Nissa. Hopefully he didn't draw another. I would like to play our own Nissa. Hopefully it's a creature. Another Gadwick. Just going for the ultimate draw, playing on top of each other.
Strange and magnificent world.
Submitting 0 here because we're going to shatter the sky.
Elements.
Right, we don't want to wipe our own land. And he's just going to tap it with his Gadwick anyways, so we're not really getting any value from putting it on the field, just negative value. And he kills it, which is great. Leyline of Abundance, I'll bite.
You show remorse, I'll show restraint.
Take that Scry. Yeah, I don't mind Narset, in all honesty. Shuts down his draws. It's plus our Teferi.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Pass our turn. Shattering the Sky on his turn. We may need a Temeo. Let's see what the play is afterwards here. Anissa, nice.
I protect that which cannot protect itself.
Obviously, I just bounced the land.
I will aid you.
Bounce this Leafkin Druid.
Don't worry, I got you.
Behold, nature's true power. Stop!
All right, Dream Trawler's on the field. That's all we could basically do. We have a card to discard to give it hexproof if we need. We can kill his Nissa next turn with it. He needs something with reach. Just a Hydroid Krasis, I would assume here. Ooh. Nyxbloom Ancient. This could get like really weird. Really? Back up to 5. Krasis for 3. No Narset on the field. Gets the draw. Both our Shattered Skies are in the trash. Need a tomato to pull one out. That does help. We're gonna kill our Teferi. Bouncing this Elspeth. We do get a Tameo, which is really good.
Behold, nature's true power.
Let's grab that Nyx Bloom as well. We have Vigilance, so we may as well go in. He could trade the Krasis for one of them, but then he's not blocking our Dream Trawler, which is nice. Getting 9 damage in here, gaining 6 life. Let's kill his Leyline. And our turn here, and this is at 7, we should be okay. Another Krasis, I'm assuming. Woof. He will have just tapped all his creatures though, and that's going to allow us to hit in really hard. GG, RIP. Let's see what we can make use of in our sideboard here. Again, I like to view the battlefield just to recap what we were playing against. Click on his graveyard, you can see all of the goodies here. Gadwick was annoying. Nissa was annoying. We're putting in a couple disputes, a couple vetoes, just to try to take care of that Narset. A Tomeo, Glass Casket potentially, but we're just going to try to use our Shattered Sky to get through the second match here. These are relatively long matches as well. It's a little heavy to start. We want something a little lighter. This doesn't really get us there at all either. Let me know. We were just thinking about our hand. Okay, we're assembling Exodius on the right side of our hand here. Fairy is good. Our opponent started BMing us. Even on his turn, he's telling us it's our go. That's awesome. It's not like we're going slow on purpose here. If we ever do go slow, it's due to our internet. My water's leaking on us today. All right.
I am not going to sit this one out. Let's try this.
He's still playing his ley line. Feels bad. Ouch. Damn it.
Together, we will prevail. Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Shattered Sky. He did ramp into his Nissa much more quickly than ourselves. We see a Nissa here, I'm gonna cry. Or not a Nissa, a Krasis. Should we start berating him now? Your go, your go, your go. Oh, what a guy, eh? Right, the guy who berates you for taking your time when you're not even trying to is also the guy that takes his time. Right?
The land shall conquer you.
He should have attacked first, let's be honest. He's missing out on so much damage here. I don't know why he wouldn't have attacked first. Whatever. He missed out on 3 damage. His bad. Give me a Shattered Sky, baby. Oh, please shatter the sky off the top. Please shatter the sky off the top. We're close. We're dead here. Even if we do get it.
Let us see if your talents are worth catalog. Seek and find.
So that game's over. Either way, we're going to take 9 damage. 10, 11, 12 at the very minimum. Hey, Danny. So we're actually doing a YouTube video right now, trying to record at least your guys' deck. So if you have any advice while we're playing, definitely hit us up and we can incorporate that into the video. We've been having trouble not getting our Shattered Sky, right? And then we can't get ramped up enough. I don't think we need an Aether Gust, a Mystical Dispute, and another Aether Gust. I think that's too heavy to deal with a Nissa. We'd rather try to find our own Nissa. I'm doing one right now, but if you guys were to do one as well, I would get it on that. I could advertise the heck out of that. Paying life, chilling, holding up our Dispute, our Aether Gust, and our Growth Spiral here. Again, if anybody's interested in seeing this deck played at a much higher level, be sure to check out Danny T-Law on Twitch and Crokeyz. They should not be hard to find. Danny's also in our Discord if you wanted to jump in there, talk to him privately, and I know he's got his own as well if you're interested in that. So maybe our opponent's gone, right? He doesn't have that good hand, so he's not going to berate us. He's just going to play very quietly. I'd rather go Spiral. Letting our opponent go, just trying to get this Nissa out of the way. Is that worth countering? I don't even know. So we're all set up. We just want to deal with whatever he's got. We don't care about any of this mana ramp. Hydroid Krasis is what we need to avoid for sure. Okay, so first Nissa has been dealt with. Oh! God damn it. Just gonna try to hold out. Just have to let it hit the field. Countering it is no good. Feels pretty bad, man. Casting it for 6. 3 life, 3 cards. Puts him back up to a full hand almost. No, he doesn't want to do it. Interesting. Manually tapping his land like a boss. we have to let it go through. Ouch. We need Glass Casket for this Hydroid Krasis. That's one of our sideboard misplays. So definitely if you see the Hydroid Krasis, get out your Glass Casket. That's going to deal with that very nicely. Elspeth Conquers Death. Doesn't get it. Hopefully he plays Nissa. We can counter that. Again, he could Mystical Dispute our Aether Gust. Oh, no, he can't. Wrong land. So we get the second Nissa.
Sorry I'm late.
We don't need Fairy to tick up, but we do need the draw. So let's get rid of this Lotus. Hopefully we could pull Anissa out soon. Another Teferi. I'll allow it. Pulls Anissa off the top. Pretty cool. We should be able to Elspeth and to ferry the land away.
The land fights for us.
Oof. Don't you play another creature. Play your Nyx Lotus. Yeah, okay. Third Nissa's dealt with.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Bounce the land.
I've got it.
Oh, Shattered Sky. I like it. He's got a full hand. We are wiggling out field advantage, though. We have Nissa next turn, Shattered Sky if anything bad hits this turn, or next turn because we can plus our Teferi. So unless he takes his fourth Nissa on the field, we're going to be good. He still has draw engines like Gadwick, though, which suck. Not quite as bad as the Krasis. Okay, Leafkin Druid. Just trying to be patient with our opponent here, especially after he was berating us. We're going to save our Hello Good Game for right at the end. I think we're going to get hit with the Krasis here. It only makes sense. Oh, a Gadwick for 3.
I've got
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which definitely will work.
We will not fail.
We need the second planes. Submitting 0 here. We don't want to wipe our own land.
Harness the elements.
Basically lets him know that we have Shattered Sky in hand. Hopefully he kills my Teferi. Shattering the Sky on his end step, because our token or our emblem of Teferis will last our whole turn. We want him to kill our Teferi, ideally. If not, we just take the other one back from the graveyard, and it's the same thing. So, but it takes the damage away from our health points. He's a thick hand, so we're basically scared of everything at this point. Paradise Steward's fine. Another Paradise Steward's fine. He's debating who to kill. We have nothing else for our Elspeth to take, so he can kill our Teferi here. Losing our Teferi, keep him the emblem. Hopefully he plays here like he thinks we don't have it. Definitely playing as Krasis. Paradise Stewards have Summoning Sickness, but that's fine. He's got 10, playing it for 8. Four life, 4 cards. That's enough to get value out of it. Let's clean up the trash. He gets another draw. He's down to 32. We need our Tomeo. Our opponent, I think, is roping us at this point. He was not happy with that play.
I know my responsibility.
Burrow helps. Such a good draw engine. Take that other draw. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe you should have kept the Shattered Sky, but Elspeth going to set, I think, at this point is more powerful. We can get a Tomeo going. Our own Hydroid Krasis, finally. We have a Nissa on field too. We're going to plus our land, obviously. Having some connection issues here. There we go.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Let's bounce this Lotus again.
Here we go.
Let's get that attack in for 3. A little bit, a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could draw for 6. That would be a 3 draw. I think that's worth it. No, we go up by 2 more. My bad. All right, Mystical Dispute. No mana to cast it. Let's see what he's got this turn. He needs something big. I think we have enough field presence here to do really anything. He's got 1 more Nissa, 2 more Krasises. Bloom Ancient in his house. Into a Nissa. Oh my god, you guys. Last Nissa. We do have a blocker, which is nice. And he just has so much mana, you guys. It's ridiculous. Playing his Nyx Lotus at this point. And then draining his mana. Woof.
That's more like it.
Plenty of land here.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Just taking it slow. Making sure we continue to draw. He's tapped and we have a Mystical Dispute. I think he can only declare blockers. 1 mana with the Leaf Kindred is not enough. And we do take his Nissa down. Let's end our turn here. He's got 3 attackers. So that's actually pretty good. We have a backup Nissa. And a Mystical Dispute. Look at all this mana he's tapping for, you guys. This is ridiculous. Hopefully he uses 100% of it and doesn't think that we have a Mystical Dispute. Because obviously he can pay 3 to counter our Mystical Dispute, or basically negate it. Which he has up. That's 1 land for him. Up. So we need him to go all out, try to be the biggest brain guy he can. Want to deal 20 damage to us. I'm pretty sure it's mass manipulation. So draw X cards. If X is 10 or more, shuffle your library into your draw X cards. Untap 5 lands. You have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. And he can pay 3. Wow. That's a lot of land. And a lot of hand. Wow. He needs to do multiple Nissa attacks here. And even then, we've got the flyer. Or he's got his own Hydroid Krasis. This is fucked up. Oh my god, you guys. Oh no.
Rise, my elemental friend.
200 Krasis coming up. Our Mystical Dispute does nothing. Just playing his hand out. Woof. Long live the Paradise Druid. Still basically has unlimited land. Oh my god, Leyline of Abundance. You should have played that first, no? He's gonna cycle these Nisas on us. Want to buy plus speed
The land fights for us.
Shatter the Sky. He's got over 137 land. Like, look at this land total this guy's got, you guys. Oh my god. You think our Mystical Dispute will work now? He's just proliferating everybody into Affinity. And he can just do that into Affinity as well. Very, very nice, you guys. Holy moly. Let's see how much damage he's able to put into us. My god. Let's pretend like we're going to counter his mass manipulation. You can just obviously pay some stuff for that. Not like he doesn't have the mana. Taking our whole board, loving it. And unfortunately, we get smashed down harder than I think I've ever been smashed down before, you guys. Oh my god. You know, if he attacks us and doesn't use all of this mana, I'm going to be a little bit upset. Let's be honest. If he does not use all of this mana, I'm going to rage. You better use it all. Attaboy. Leyline of Abundance. Nyx Bloom Ancients. Oh my god. Incredible. Hands off the keyboard. Let's just sit back, relax, and enjoy. He did BM us for a little bit, but at this point I'm happy he did, because he definitely pulled it off. Oh my god. He's like, I can do it this way cheaper. What am I doing? This one does my Planeswalkers as well. You should definitely be doing... Oh no, he only had one card suggestion. Never mind. Have you guys ever seen this combo before? Let me know in the comments down below. Incredible. He's almost out of land. 15 land left. He can do this 2 more times. One single last time. Or does it cost 8? I believe it costs 8, yeah. So let's see what the damage is. Aruga! And lots of his creatures still have Summoning Sickness. Even at that. Oh my god. Let's give him a hello good game. Woof. Oh my god. That's like 150 mana. Who can even handle that? This is a top ranked deck, and I probably played it very poorly, so be sure to comment my misplays in the comment section below. I'd love to learn and get better so I could be as strong as Danny and Crokeyz. But with that being said, I did have a really fun match, and I've not seen a deck like that in a while. Nyx Bloom Ancient coming out strong. So, that all being said, you guys, thanks for watching. Quick reminder, we're live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST. You can also jump in Discord if you'd like to continue this conversation there. Join our Brawl tournament, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow. If you liked today's video, be sure to check out some of our other content. We built playlists for our guides for beginners, and then we also have our greatest hits, which is a collection of our most popular videos. You can also subscribe if you're interested in winning up to 500,000 gems. So do that, tap that like button, send this out to a friend who you think might be interested in it as well, and have a great day.